knew like he knew he was there.
Yeah.
You could see it. At the end of the day, he didn't get a chance to set his feet very well and fell off balance. And actually, he was very frank on where he thought the hit was. He totally exonerated
Oh, he did.
McKenzie.
Yeah.
Said, I got to be ready for that more.
Yeah.
Like his post game comments were good. The one on Zeri.
Sorry. I say sorry. I think you take it.
Yeah.
Say it fast and confident.
Zeri. That one, I thought, yeah, he had less of an opportunity to know about his surroundings, and it seemed a little bit more on the numbers.
Yep. I like that Zeri, by the way. He's going to be a really good player. He's competitive as hell. But to your point, tough night for the Flames. The season just gets started, and you go back to back.
In Edmonton, in Vancouver.
Division opponents, like that's a tough start.
Speaking of tough starts, first impressions, Alex Nedeljkovic. Welcome to San Jose.
I think he's been pretty good, though.
There's the first game of the year.
This is the first game he played for them.
No, I know, but I think he's had a good camp, and I think he's had a good.
Well, he won the starting. He
exhibition.
started the home opener. I'm
home
sure he's
opener.
pretty good.
He had some momentum coming in.
Is that right?
He did, but here's the problem for goalies. Is like we only remember the bad ones, not necessarily all the good ones.
Was there more or less momentum from his camp than there was in the puck that Jack Eichel flipped from center ice that went into the net to tie the game with 2 minutes left?
Puck just kept going in the net.
It was.
In OT, he was out at the blue line.
Oof.
It had that feeling of the Edmonton Oilers game with Patrick Stefan.
Yeah.
Oh, did it ever?
Do I remember
Yes.
his name correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Where
you are.
San Jose had the ability to put the puck in the net, not once but twice last night, and end it, and they missed it. And although the circumstances were a little different, where in Edmonton years ago, that was
Right down the
but
right.
it was a like a clean goal.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Where
the
it's
Stars
like-
won that game in the end, though, by the way.
Did they?
I think they did. I think they won in a shootout. Anyways.
Okay, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But this one was like a gift. It wasn't like it was earned off of just one great play or one great finish. It was just like the gift.
Yeah, they handed the game. That's tough, too, for a team like San Jose that's trying to build the vibes and momentum.
I watched the last 2 periods of that game. They looked in the game. They're flying around. They got speed. That Celebrini looks breathtaking. Will Smith's awesome. So, yeah, that's tough.
It's funny to me that Askarov can't get more involved. Like, he was a huge name, right? Like, that was the next one
Oh,
for
he
goalie
was-
prospects.
Yeah, he was rated really high. What did he end up going? Top 10?
I don't know where he got picked.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you very quickly here.
Quickly before
He
we
was
get
drafted first round, 11th overall
Okay.
by
So,
Nashville.
okay, not top
Yeah.
10, top 11.
Yeah.
Big commitment.
that Patrick Stefan thing you reminded me, one of the great calls of all time by Peter Loubardias.
Yes.
And he's coming into ice, and he blew it.
Yeah.
I think the top of his
I
lungs.
have some
It's one of the
sympathy
greatest calls.
for the miss. The puck pops at the like it's.
But he's
very-
hot dogging it. Shoot it in the net.
I don't know.
Shoot it in
He's
the
just
net.
trying to steer it in the way Willie's empty netter was last night. You're
A
just
Patrick Stefan zag.
well,
Love it.
he's just skating it into the net.
Next time we get a goalie on, our show, we got to ask him just in terms of just the mindset for a goalie after you've given up that goal. How do you really recover from it? Because I can tell you, as a player on a bench, you don't get to recover it in my mind and many of our teammates' mind when a goal like that went in.
No, what do you mean?
Like you can play well for the next week or 2 weeks, but that thing will remain with me and us for like a long time.
it's the most unjust position in sport.
You can't get over. It's not easy. It's not an easy goal to let in and get over with some of your teammates. It's not.
And you know what's backwards about that is like you can play badly as a player. Like a good example is I didn't think Max Domi was awesome in playoffs for the Leafs for a while. and then he shot one in the net in overtime, and everyone was like, "This guy is a playoff performer."
And
this guy.
not only that, set up Max Pacioretty for the biggest goal of that series in front of the net, where he comes out, pass it to him, shoots it in. That's a
He had
big play.
couple moments, but generally I didn't find him effective.
So-
It's the opposite
Yeah.
of goalies, where it's like you can have one good moment as a player, and people go, "Not bad." As a goalie, you have
Such
one
a great
bad
point.
moment,
And
and,
it's like-
everything's like, "Don't care what else you did."
That's such a great
And
point.
who's the pitcher for the Phillies last
Oh
night?
my
yeah,
God.
Do you
Ryan
think that's going
Kettering
to
or
stick with him
something
for a
like
little while?
Oh my, I can't watch
threw
it.
the
I can't
baseball.
pictures throw out of anything but a
Go to first. There's two outs,
He's a-
brother.
He's a professional baseball pitcher, and he threw the ball like he did it for the first time in his
You know,
life.
he looked like
It
an
wasn't even
actor
a
in a
real
scene
baseball
playing a
throw.
pitcher. Look,
It was like a shot. He was trying to shot put it.
I honestly, I just put myself in the shoes of every Phillies fan, and I can't even watch it.
Jeez.
I can't even watch it. It's sickening.
Yeah,
It's sickening.
yeah, that is.
A good thing about Philly, though, they're super forgiving.
they'll
now.
forgive.
Yeah, they
He
won't
just
forget
can't
that.
win
They'll
there.
forget that quickly.
All right, we
Send
got
him
the
to
Rupper.
Miami.
Mike Rupp, NHL Network analyst, one of the hardest working guys in sports. Rupper, you worked so hard that we gave you last year off.
What's up, boys?
How are you?
How are we?
We're
I'm good.
good.
I'm good. I'm happy the season's up and running.
Yes.
Exciting time right now. You're talking a little baseball. We got the Jays, something to follow there, and football season. Of
Great
course, the
time.
NHL. So it's a good time to be alive.
It is. We were just talking about goalies and how it can make a team feel, especially the guys on the bench when you let a bad one in. The Delvich last night lets in that soft one from Eichel from 1,000 feet away. And just how, in your experience, like I can't even recall too many goals like that over my career of 12 years, a goalie letting something like that in. But what are your thoughts over your career if you saw that?
Well, I heard you talk about you're never going to let them live it down. You're going to let a little bit of time pass. Maybe not today.
You know what?
Maybe not today.
It's not letting them live it down. It's there's just a built-up trust that you work weeks and months and maybe even years over between, you know, your forwards and your D and your goalie, and then if a couple of those kind of go in, it plants the seed of doubt.
Yeah, it's such a fluky. I mean, just that play in general, just the fact that they had those opportunities to put it in at the other end first, you know, and so yeah, you get some. It's I don't know. I mean, I've certainly been in games where that has happened. I almost would rather a play like that than the wrist shot from the boards out at the blue line that's no screen and goes in. You know what I mean? Like this one, at least you could chalk it up and say, wow, what a crazy play. Like an actual hockey play going in from distance, or weak ones in that regard, maybe a couple times of those are the ones I would maybe lose trust in. That I actually don't think I would lose. I don't think you're thinking anything different. I'm letting a little bit of time pass because I'm sure he's embarrassed today that people are talking about it, but then I'm razzing him in practice. I think that's the best way to getting over it. And maybe the first
I
shot
find
in
it so
practice,
sensitive. I don't think I could rub that in anybody's face.
Hey, you know what? Warm-ups, first shot in practice, I'm just doing high flippers with the red line. And just let all the blitz just laugh it off.
We got to work on it, obviously.
I think the unspoken is what makes it awkward. Hey, man, listen, we're good. Let's laugh it off. But it was a tough one, and I hate that too. That's my boy from Cleveland, Alex Nedeljkovic, Browns fan. We share a lot in common.
Yeah. Well, you probably,
like that.
You got to really know the personality, right?
Absolutely. So I know you're on the East Coast, and I'd love to get some thoughts on the Metro. I'm not sure where the Metro's at this year, so you got some Rangers ties there. What are your thoughts? New coach in New York, JT Miller is the captain. What are your thoughts on what the Rangers are going to be this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll certainly be better, but I feel like that's an easy answer because I think things were really not great last year. So it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. It's Mike Sullivan is a details-oriented coach, and I feel like the way he coaches, we're not just looking for that new coach bump that we see maybe in the middle of a season. It's different. I almost find that I was thinking about this the other day because we have a few new coaches or new to their teams, and we always speak on the new coach bump in the middle of the season when a coach gets fired, and there always is this kind of initial springboard for a hockey club. And I feel like that happens because the guys are in season. Their legs are there, the timing's there. Like, even if you're not playing well, at least you're feeling the game. I feel like the start of season, there's no new coach bump. It's because you're trying to be. Not only are you learning the new systems and everywhere you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do on the ice, you're also trying to feel good. And me, I know as a player, it took me a couple weeks to really feel like I was in a groove coming out of training camp. So, yeah, I don't know. The Rangers are going to take a little bit of time. I'm still not convinced with their back end, the way it's built, but we'll see what they do with that. But as far as JT Miller, the captaincy there, I think that was the absolute right move. I'm excited to see some guys on that team bounce back this year because they have really good hockey players that had all collectively off years last year. And that's a recipe for no success.
Just speaking about JT Miller's captaincy, clearly you like it. I'm just wondering around JT Miller now when you think about the Ranger room, if in fact that JT on occasion can get too emotional. Is there anyone else in that room that can go up and help JT or at least maybe settle him down, or is that guy not really there?
I'd have to assume that's Vinny Trocheck because of their relationship. And,
okay.
Those guys grew up playing youth hockey in Pittsburgh. Yep. And another Ohio boy, JT Miller, born East Palestine, Ohio, which is right outside Youngstown. And there wasn't a ton of hockey there, so he played in Pittsburgh with Vinny, and they're really tight. So I think Vinny Trocheck would be that guy that can. I don't know the whole dynamic of the relationship, but hey, bud, like, you and me, look at me. Like, now is not the time, or this time. I'm sure that those things are in check there. We've talked about it before. I feel like this is a team that needs a little bit of that. I'd much rather try to reel JT in than try to get reaction and get guys to step up in certain moments, whether it's emotionally or by gameplay. So, and Mike Sullivan's got a good grasp on him, having him at Four Nations and understands. I'm sure there's a lot of research done just from what happened last year as well. So yeah, no, it's a great question. I think Vinny Trocheck would probably have to be that guy for me.
Yeah, what's the expression? Rather tame a tiger than paint stripes on a pussycat. I think that's something like that. That's better. So looking around some of the teams this year and expectations, there's a couple teams that I feel like got written off going into this year. Pittsburgh's going to stink. Mm-hmm. Boston's not even trying to win.
Pittsburgh's 2-0.
I know,
just got to get rid of Sullivan.
That's my question
to
Rupert.
Just needed Sullivan out of the room.
What are we dealing with here? These two teams, are they maybe not bad?
So yeah, I mean, it's great starts. I'm never going to poo-poo that. I mean, you want to win hockey games. That's the goal every single night when you go out, and those teams are right now. I still think that the beginning of the seasons every year, they're fun storylines. I'm not saying these are fun. I'm saying individual storylines. Like Justin Brazeau. I mean, you got him 3 goals. He looks awesome.